Hello there, my beautiful twin flame tribe. This is Anthea Twin Love, and I'm here with your energy update for this week. So, guys, I'm going to get straight into it now. I have got to talk to you guys about this supermoon and what the effect it has been happening on us as a collective. Okay, now. Not only do we obviously pick up on the energies going on around us, but a lot gets triggered in us because triggers are designed to introspect, okay? And with the supermoon energies that we had last Wednesday, a lot of emotions were being stirred up, okay? And the reason being is because this is all being designed for the divine feminine to really introspect and to really step into her power, okay? You know, we naturally as women, for example, are the nurturers, okay? We love wholeheartedly. You know, if we're gonna love, we really do love. And, you know, I think we fall into a bit of a naive trap sometimes where we believe that it's okay to give our all without anything being returned, because, you know, that is us loving unconditionally. But the truth of the matter is, divine feminine specifically, is that you give too much. And I do, you do, we all do. And, you know, this isn't balanced. This is not creating balance in our lives, in ourselves. And what's happened is that the supermoon has called us to really see where we are becoming imbalanced in our lives, and where we're not, you know, they're making us see that we're not actually getting back as much as we're giving. So, you know, what has happened is that it's taking its toll in our mental body, in our emotional body, in our physical body. And, you know, of course, you feel drained, you're exhausted, you're just tired, mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted, because, you know, if you're not seeing any changes and you're thinking, well, how much more can I possibly give? You know, I'm loving and loving and loving. But the truth of the matter is, you know, this has been designed to see how we're not really loving ourselves, okay? And what the universe, what our angels, our ascended masters, you know, the message has been very clear, is that the divine feminines are needing to step into their power, and they're really needing to show that they're not ones to be reckoned with anymore, okay? Yes, we love, but does loving mean that you can get away with everything and be a doormat? No. That is not what unconditional love is, okay? So, you know, the divine feminines have being summoned to step into their power and to not be so firm. I don't mean it in that way, but to just kind of really stand up for themselves and make a point of what it is they're worthy of having, okay? Now, saying that, with the divine masculines, what's been happening is that they've been in a mental conflict, okay? And they are very much in battle with their egos and their souls, all right? Now, they have been waking up, and I've been witnessing it happening, and it's great, but transformation and transition takes time, okay? It doesn't happen overnight. And we have to understand what it is to give people space and time to really gather their feelings, what it is they're feeling. And what the divine masculine have been doing with this intensity and these energies is that they're in mental conflict with staying safe in their, you know, ego world, or really stepping out of that and, going into their emotional body and really confronting their emotional body. Now, for a man to do that, it's not an easy transition, okay? Feminines know themselves, even though we're emotional beings, that, you know, we're quite okay with talking about our emotions, but even that transition for us was hard enough. So imagine what it's like for the divine masculine to now be doing that. you know, who have been so conditioned to believe that it's not a manly thing to be in touch with their emotions, that it's not a manly thing to cry, that it's not a manly thing to want to talk. You know, so they're having to really fight against these conditions in their lives, let alone what their upbringings have been and what external situations have been going on around them since they were born. So, of course, you know, this transition for them is equally as hard, if not harder. So, you know, but what happens is that there's a battle that happens, right? And, you know, the divine masculines want their feminines to always be there loving them and be there constant, and that's fine. But, you know, we're happy to do that. You know, our hearts are very faithful. We've got nothing to prove, really. You know, we know that we love them, and we know that we're going to love them forever. And yeah, the reality is that we will always love them no matter what they go through. Of course we will. But what is happening is that the divine masculines are comfortable with their knowledge in the fact that their divine feminines are loving them, but still they feel that they can do anything they want, but their feminines are always going to be there loving them, right? Now, yes, that is true. They're not wrong in that. However, when does the divine feminine start to see the relationship she wants in her divine masculine? Why isn't it moving into this union of matching vibration and giving and receiving equally? Why isn't it balanced? Why isn't there equilibrium? Why? Because the divine feminine is giving too much. She's not giving enough to herself, okay? Now, you know, all the while the divine masculine is understanding that, you know, their love is real. They're truly connected. The souls are one. And on a 5D level, we're really okay with that. We really are. But if you're wanting to manifest something into the 3D level, divine feminines, you have to start standing up for yourselves. And you have to start seeing what you're worth. And you have to stop being so scared to voice that. And you have to stop being so scared that you're going to lose them. Because my point is this: once you step into your true feminine power and you make it very clear to the divine masculines that you are not willing to put up with the same situation anymore, the divine masculines will step up. But you have to believe that. Divine feminines, don't lose faith that that's not what's going to happen. So this is what it's all been designed for, okay, with these energies this week, guys, all right? Because there's a lot of inner frustration, and, you know, this is basically why, because the divine feminine really needs to learn to step into her power, okay? So this is going to take me into the reading now, guys, because it actually very much reflects what I've just been saying. But here it is, the 8 of Swords with the divine feminine. Now, we get this a lot, guys, in the same position, all right? We do get this quite a lot of times. And this is exactly the fact that we're keeping ourselves trapped in fear because we're afraid to speak up and to really show what it is we're deserving of. We're really afraid to voice what it is we really want. You know, and we're keeping ourselves trapped in this element of fear, chained to these negative thoughts and keeping ourselves staying in the exact same negative situation. When does this become our year, guys? When does this union take place, eh? When do we finally get it? Well, the minute you step out of these chains, that is when we finally get it, okay? So, you know, do whatever it is that you need to do to really step into your power, okay? Because we have got the fact that we are replenishing ourselves. It's the Temperance. And we are going to be rebalancing ourselves. This is about balance, the temperance, and you know, this is what the divine feminines are working very hard to do now. We're working very hard to balance ourselves. Okay, so we're not looking externally outside for any voids to be filled or any form of validation. So, you know, we are really stepping into a more balanced state within. Because, you know, if some of you guys utilise the supermoon's energies, and still do because it's still very present, utilise this energy to do exactly that, all right? And going within and taking time out and reflecting and doing your inner work, okay? So this is very much needed for the divine feminines to do. And addressing our shadow sides, addressing our shadow aspect of ourselves, and really working and focusing on what it is you need to do to bring yourselves back into this balance, all right? And with the divine masculines, you know, they're pretty tired as well. I mean, you know, it's a 10 of Wands here. They're carrying a lot of burdens. They are carrying a lot of burdens, and they know what they need to do. They just don't quite know how to do it. You know, they know that it's true love. They know that it's an unconditional love. They know it's a connection like they've never known before. They know all that. But, you know, they just don't know, you know, how to make it what it should be, all right? But they're carrying their load. But hats off to them, because, you know, they've done a lot of work. And they finally got the 10th wand, and this is about completion of that cycle now. They've completed, they finally got the last rod, okay? So they're coming to that state of completion now, ready to start a new beginning, all right? And this is their Two of Swords. This is their mental conflict, like I addressed. This is them, you know, just wondering what decision it is they need to make, because they're scared of the outcome, because it's the fear of the unknown. But they are there. So just give them time. Give them time to reflect and space. And, you know, they're trying to make that decision, guys. But all the while that we're like, you know, not really giving them anything worth to fight for, they're not going to bother fighting, are they? But all the while that we are giving them something to fight on, and we are, you know, taking time out for ourselves and seeing our worth and bringing ourselves back into the balance, then they will step on their horse and they will charge ahead and they will put things right. Knight of Swords. And this knight is all about the bringer of justice. He's the bringer of truth. He's the bringer of putting things right. Okay? And fighting for what he wants and what he believes in. Okay? So, you know, we've got a job to do this week, guys. We've had a job to do for a while, let's be honest. But we are really being pushed to do it now. Really, really, really being pushed to do it now. And with the tarot energy, what I got for that was death. So, you know, this is the union, and I'm so happy that this card jumped out, because this is about transformation. This is exactly what we want. Transformation. We don't want to keep going with the same story year on year and repeating the same patterns year on year. We want it to change for the better. We want to get what we're rightfully deserving of. And by doing what we're doing and allowing the masculines to fight for the feminines and to fight for this love, this is what is going to happen. Transformation and rebirth in our union. New beginnings, okay? So with the Titania Fortune cards as well, I got the Owl, the Flowers and the Tower. Now the Owl is that nervous anticipation, okay? This is about, you know, in some respects fears and alarms, but in other respects it's about anticipating what is coming up for us, okay? But what we do have is happiness. We've got a great deal of happiness. This is the Flowers. And wherever this card falls by, it's always going to present a happy outcome. Okay, and with the Tower, this is the twin card. This is happiness with regards to what's meant to be for us. It's an occult card, it's guidance, it's someone from our past, it's the divine guiding the way. And this is our twins. So we have got happiness with regards to our twins coming up, all right? And with the Divine Feminines, we're very much central in this reading. So, you know, it is very much all about us this week. But we've got the Road, there's the Divine Feminine, and there's the Heart, okay? Now, the Road is all about new directions. It's a new pathway. And this is a metaphorical sense of that, okay? And with the Divine Feminines, this is really all about us, you know, going into a new direction now. We're facing a new direction and we're ready to take on this new direction in our lives, okay? And the direction we're going in is love. There's the love with us, constantly by us, but this is love that we're rightfully deserving of, okay? And it's by taking this stance. It's literally by taking this stance here. And we've also got the Divine Masculines. And the Divine Masculines are next to the Lily, which is all about business, career, their practical lives, okay? And their focus may well be this week on the fact that they've got things that they need to be sorting out in terms of their career, their changes in direction to do with their work. And with the Snake, it may well be that the Divine Masculines have got some form of deception going on, okay? You know, they may well be going through finding out things around them where there's been deception coming to the surface, or, you know, people around them in their lives that are no longer good for them, no longer serving them, could be within the workplace. But, you know, the Divine Masculines are really being called to be aware of these situations going on in their lives, and, you know, by being aware of it, they're able to then protect themselves. And yeah, we've just got some things that we really need to sort of work on this week, and, you know, and go through and just trust that this is a process needing to be gone through in order to make union a reality in our physical lives, you know. But we have got the tree, and the tree is all about taking time out, reflecting, but it's also things blossoming. This is where you've planted the seeds and you're now going to watch. You're going to watch the growth, okay? You're going to see it manifest. And with these little beautiful fortune reading cards, we have the Owl. And the message this week is: there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. So I think it's pretty clear that we are going through major transitions and major transformation this week. So there you have it, guys. So I'd just like to say thank you to every single one of you, always, for supporting and loving, for loving me, and your kindness and your feedback, and for coming to me for your own personal journey readings as well. I'm forever grateful to all of you, and I love you, and I'm here for you anytime you need me, okay? And keep your chins up, you know. Don't forget, guys, that through every darkness you find the light, right? And it's perfectly okay to go with up and down moments. This is what this journey does, and we all know what it's like, but we're here for each other, and that's the main important thing. So don't fret, no matter what your circumstance is. Never fret and never worry about the process. Just trust. But Divine Feminines, please step into your power, okay? So I love you all, and I will see you all very, very soon. Mwah. God bless everyone. Bye bye.